Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, June 18th, 2015, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, we had a great day today. It's been so long since we really had a great day that I've almost forgotten what that feels like. But we really did have a good day today. We ended up closing out over $14,000 in our closed out trades, and we're carrying positive $10,000 in open trade equity. So, basically a $25,000 day. We haven't had one of those for a while, so it really feels good. I called the Dow yesterday. I called the Dow up hard for today, and that's exactly what happened. And so at least I had the pleasure of being right for a change. Some of my Dow calls have been pretty bad recently, but I was spot on today. The Dow just really took off and screamed right at the beginning, and came up here, made a high about midday, and then settled back and pulled back a little at the end. I will tell you that I'm not real comfortable with where this thing is right now. Let me tighten this up so I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this was the high of today here, and you look back here on I think that's the 2nd or 3rd of June, it made a high, and exactly same place. So, it basically ran into resistance at this point, going back a couple weeks, and in between we had this big sell-off, then a pop-up, then sell-off again, and then the rise to where it hit the high today. Unfortunately, I see a lot of resistance coming in here, and I could see that in the stocks that we were trading. Yeah, it's nice to have $10,000 in open trade equity, but the truth is it was $20,000, twice that earlier on in the day. So our equity started to slip, up here in this area. So those nasty short sellers and profit takers, hey, they're still in here watching and waiting, and just waiting to pounce on this market and thinking, hey, it's going to go down again. And I don't want it to go down, but I have to call the Dow down for tomorrow. I think it's probably overextended here, and it's also in a resistance area, and it's probably going to come back some tomorrow. I don't know how that will affect our positions. I just don't. And if you watch these videos for a while, I'm a pessimist. I just worry, and I think everything's going to go bad, and obviously things often do not go bad. And I'll show you the first thing. Is an illustration of this. This is TripAdvisor's great trade, absolutely fabulous trade. And yesterday I was moaning and groaning about this close here, saying, it's probably going to go down tomorrow. We're not going to get our profits, and I even though the system doesn't say to do it, I wanted so much to pull the trigger here and get out of this thing as a day trade. I did not. I held. I did the system, and hey, it actually popped up, and we made some extra money. In fact, we took out almost $9,000 in TripAdvisor. Just an absolutely beautiful trade. Nice outlier, and this definitely contributed to our profit line today. So very, very happy with that. So all my pessimism was wrong for TripAdvisor. So I hope my pessimism for tomorrow is wrong too, because we have some good trades that I don't want to see fall apart. And I'll show you the first one here. This is just was out of the blue. Never expected it. This is Radius Health. You know, that's in the portfolio, and I never really, you know, I figured it was a fairly good market, but I never anticipated a big outlier trade come out of this. It happened today. We had bought this yesterday on the pop. About 45 minutes into the day. It was flat all day. Nothing extraordinary was indicated by the close. We may even had a small loss there, and then this morning this thing just explodes to the top side. And you know, I'm just dying to take profits in Radius Health. You know, I'm worse about this than I was Trip yesterday. You know, I just looking at this and oh my God, I want the profits. The reason I want the profits, this thing's up over $12,000, people. You know, we got TripAdvisor yesterday. Today we got Radius Health. Unbelievable. Yeah, we got $12,000. And when I was up here, this thing was getting close to $15,000. So, you know, we got a ton of money in this thing, and I don't want to lose it. But honestly, I look at this, and this is pretty darn stable looking, and I'm sure we'll get out okay tomorrow. But if I trade the system, and I do trade the system, I gotta wait till tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna sleep too good because of Radius Health, but we'll see. Anyway, and okay, and then we had some other trades, not nearly as big as this, but they were still very nice. This is Rave Restaurant Group. And again, I don't know anything about Rave Restaurant Group. You know, all our big money seems to come from usually from like pharmaceutical companies, health providers, and all that. Those are the hot stuff. Sometimes from our Chinese stocks, we get quite a bit of money out of there. But why is a restaurant stock doing so well? I don't know, but this has been really good for us. And when I went through, you know, culling out our bad markets this week, I actually looked at Rave because, you know, it does this stuff with kind of thin trading, and I thought maybe that's not so good. But I tested it, and it's just fantastic. It's been just so fantastic. I'm glad I didn't take it out because we got into a great trade today. We have over $3,000 in Rave Restaurant Group. Just great. And then another one here. It's not as spectacular as these other ones, but it's still really solid. This is Sempra, and we bought this, bam, right out of the gate this morning, and it just keep going, and it closes near its high, and we got over $2,000 in Sempra. So everything looks pretty good, but I'm just gonna put the little bit of warning in here. The problem that I have here is that this Dow, now today we did like I say, when the thing was up around here, we were up about $20,000, and just going from here to the close, we lose about half that. And I was looking at all the positions we're holding, and we did really well with the positions we got into earlier in the day, but the ones that we got in, you know, from about midday on, those are pretty much all negative. In other words, we're getting up here again where, you know, the damn thing is just too high to be buying. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried, okay? But can't complain about today. Really great day, and we got a couple outlier trades. So hey, Keep your fingers crossed, knock on wood. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on Friday.